Hi everyone. Today I have a fall leaves thank you card to share with you. The first thing I'm going to do is I've taken a daffodil note card from Hero Arts and I'm going to stamp one of the leaves from their new clear stamp set. I think it's the Real Leaves, also Hero Arts. And I'm going to stamp that randomly all over the front of the card, just kind of fill in all those little open spots, turn the stamp just to give it some interest and to fill the whole front of the card with this leaf design. And I'm using the Fisker stamp press. You could use a regular acrylic block as well. I tend to gravitate towards using the stamp press. I just find it really easy to use. And you want to stamp off the edge of the note card too, just helps make the card look a little bit more natural. I'm going to clean off that stamp really quick with a wipe. And then I'm going to take the new StazOn bronze metallic ink and some ripe avocado cardstock from Paper Tray Ink and another one of the leaves from the Hero Arts set and stamp that on the cardstock. And it didn't stamp all the way, so I'm going to press that again real good, and I still missed it. And there it is, and you can see how that shimmers and shines and just looks really pretty. So I'm going to punch that out in a circle shape here in a minute, but I think while I still have out that bronze StazOn ink, I'm going to take just a scrap strip of brown cardstock, also from Paper Tray Ink, and I'm going to use a Hero Arts Cling stamp. It's the stripes, and I'm going to ink that up with the metallic ink, lay my paper over it, and press it to get my design. And I like to use this one when I need to create a longer strip because it's easy to line up. I'm just going to flip it over then so I can see where I'm stamping. And then I'm going to trim about a 1½ inch strip, or maybe 1¼ inch strip. Yep, that. And I'm going to lay it up along the bottom of the card here in a second. First, I'm going to go ahead and take the old letter writing design block stamp from Hero Arts and some scattered straw ink, and I'm just going to line that up and stamp it right in the middle of my design. And it's very subtle, but I really like the look of that. And as it dries, the distress inks tend to dry a little bit nicer too. And then I'm just going to carefully take that distress ink and a foam applicator and just add a little bit of that ink around the edges of the card to soften it a little bit and to help blend in the edges with that text background. I find a lot of uses for the old letter writing text background. I use it all the time. I really love stamps. I get a lot of mileage out of. I'm going to take this 2 3/4 inch circle stamp and punch that leaf right out. That's really pretty. That bronze metallic ink is really shimmery. I'm going to take a greeting from Paper Tray Ink and I'm going to put it on an acrylic block. I'm going to lay it out here first to make sure I think that looks good. Grab it with my acrylic block. And then I'm going to carefully just ink up the top portion of that greeting. I'm not going to ink up the thanks a million. Just want to stamp that top portion there. And I used black StazOn since I was stamping over another StazOn ink. I didn't want anything to bleed or rub off, so I went ahead and went with another StazOn ink. I adhered that brown stamped cardstock strip to my card and added a ribbon, and I'm just going to secure one of the ends there with a couple of Stampin' Up! Antique looking brads. Trim off the extra, trim the end of my ribbon. And the saddle stitch ribbon is ripe avocado Paper Tray Ink ribbon, so it matches the. And I thought I was going to use a cream border for my leaf, but I decided not to use that. I'm adding just a little adhesive there. I'm going to go ahead and add some kind of vintage looking cream trim. Trim off all the extra. I like adding borders with layers of trims and ribbons and cardstock. Trim off all the extra of that. I want to make sure I get it nice and straight. And there is my greeting. And I'm still trying to decide if I want to, and I decided I don't want to use that. Instead, I think I'm going to take and use a white pin and add like my own little stitching lines all the way around that little circle. And it really just kind of ties into the saddle stitch ribbon and also gives a subtle border that isn't just so glaringly white or cream like that cardstock one was that I was thinking of using before. And there's what it looks like. Very easy. I'm going to adhere that to my card with some foam adhesive. I did stamp that leaf on the back side, it looks like once too, and I didn't get a very good impression. So I flipped it over and used the other side. I do that a lot so I don't waste anything. I'm going to adhere that. The foam adhesive really helps with the dimension easy way. I'm going to take my tiny attacher and secure the ribbon on that one side. And there's the front of my card. Lately I've really been trying to incorporate some more stamping on the insides of my cards as well. So I'm going to take a sticky note and mask off part of the inside of the card because I'm going to use that same greeting I used on the outside. And just in case there's any ink left over, I don't want it to mark the inside of my card. And I'll stamp that "Thanks a Million" right inside there. Just an easy way to create a mask. I'll wipe all that off real quick. This paper tray ink thank you greetings are really wonderful. I think they're the inside and out greetings. So it helps encourage you to create more stamping on the insides of your cards. Then I'm going to take that same leaf that I used with the metallic ink on the front of the card and ink it up with the crushed curry, Stampin' Up! Ink, and stamp that right over my greeting. And I'll just give it a really subtle look. And so there I have a really nice thank you fall themed card. For more information plus a list of products used, please visit my blog at www.nicolemccork.typepad.com on September 20th. Thanks for watching.